Besides, people, look into my eyes. Would you like to make 500,000?
No, but I'd like your eyebrows to stop moving.
They look like two patter killers.
I think you did a good job.
And we are live.
Looks tidier.
Last video before World's Strongest Man. I did it myself.
You did a good job.
See, it's patchy. Do I see the patch there?
Get that spray. Do you know the spray that colours in the colour?
Dale has that spray.
I think it's a really good idea.
No. Because...
What will you do then?
Push it out.
Brush it in a certain way that it sort of covers more.
Look how veiny I am.
Why are you so veiny?
Fine.
Why are you so vain? Yeah. I thought you were going to do something else there. No, thank you.
Dale has that spray. That hairspray, because he's going bald. He's like, bald. Oh, look at his veins.
She's doing it on purpose now. Where? Up there?
See, right here, he's gone bald somewhere. And he's like, I have that spray. And I was like, what spray? And it's like the spray. So I said, show it to me. And I was like, oh my God, it's actual spray. So I said, show me, I want to see if it works. So he put down
What's it called? Like hair in a can?
hairspray.
Go on anyway, so you sprayed it on.
You get your colour. Your colour of your hair.
Yeah.
And he bent over and he was like that. He's like, let me.
Where did you spray it?
I sprayed it all over his neck and down along his neck.
How did he fall for that?
Because he's an
It's
idiot.
like you just met. He should know.
It's English people. Oops. Actually, it's American
It's
people.
not English people.
American people are so...
Stupid comes in every form, shape.
Yeah, but
Flavour.
they're easier. Fool.
Oh my God, and we can't open a door. I'm trapped. What's that called? Dutch hot box?
Bacon.
Dutch-
Beef.
Go on
cheese.
anyway.
Are we very blue?
Yes. It's very sunny today with a lot of blue skies. That probably accounts for that. And the fact that we're not using a professional camera also might attribute.
It's not about the tools you have. It's about
How you use them?
the tools you use.
Sure, aren't you?
You know that
Getting
old
your
saying?
message out.
Nope.
Nope. Go on.
So a thing we need to touch on is my price of my flight that cost
You may have made an error.
I made a slight error. Though it cost $3,500, it is because I had to perform well at Europe's and qualify and just show them that I'm capable of showing up to competition, not wrapped in bandages and not getting injured during competition. Because my qualification still stands from Britain's. So it was so expensive because it was booked last minute on a last minute flight.
Oh, that's good that you added that bit because it sounded like they were taxing you for being absolutely reckless, which I would do. That would be a fair tax. I suppose, yeah.
They're like
This guy,
huh? We need to see him actually do a strongman competition.
and tax him heavily for all the shit he does.
They do. I bet you they're watching my page and like, do you see that idiot jumping on a
Yeah,
toilet today?
and like you can't even be mad at them. You're like, damn it, they're right.
Yeah, I know. It's like, gotta hate, and I'm
Wrong.
Not right.
Not fully right.
It sure is funny though.
So there is a reason for the
So
massive...
that's why. So like the average fare isn't that expensive. Like if you had planned going to World's Strongest Man, you're not going to decide.
They wouldn't have been looking at you for your bruises or broken fingers or toes.
Like
You'd have gotten a fair price.
You wouldn't be booking it. You wouldn't decide like the week before World's Strongest Man, actually I'm going to go.
Well, we go nowhere, but a few of us almost went last week. You were like, guess how much the flights are? And we're like, okay, no.
No, you didn't.
No, we didn't. A few of us were like, will we go? Actually, no, we never
No, you didn't.
want to go. Me and Sean and Siobhan.
Sure, kid.
We did. I mean, for a nanosecond, we entertained it. Sure, no, it's better actually waiting for you to come back with your excellent stories.
That'll be
the way he
uploaded to
tells them.
YouTube. I'm only going for the free beer and the YouTube.
And jumping into bats made of metal that are on the ground, and how you haven't broken your coccyx bone at this stage.
Yeah, that's true actually. That's a couple of blows I've given it.
And you'll have seen the one with the tractor wheel. Wow.
So that's why. So my apologies for putting out misinformation once again.
Disclaimer, yeah.
Disclaimer, everything I say
actually
is false.
Most of the videos should probably start with it like a 2-minute disclaimer section of mistakes that you've made in the previous week.
Disclaimer, everything I say is false.
Never believe him, ever.
Yeah. Everything I say may or may not be untrue or true. Make what you will. So I went to HYPNOTIST Tuesday.
Did you?
By God, I did.
Why did you do that?
Because I want to be Ukrainian.
I mean, there's limits to what people can do. What, like?
Because, like, these Eastern European guys
are amazing. They're just built different.
They just walk into this competition. Oh, I've won already. And I'm like, how are you doing that?
It's probably all the muscles.
It's kind of like the way I used to walk into Ireland's Strongest Man. I was like, God, this is going to be easy.
Okay, like it's a mindset.
Yeah, so like the mindset, exactly. Yeah, so he's helping me
get the mindset.
Become Ukrainian.
Okay, so how does that work? How does someone put you under a state of hypnosis?
That was the second time I went to see him because I was talking to someone about it, and they're like, "Did he go 3, 2, 1, duke?" And they were like that. So I went back the second time to him this week, and I was like,
hang on, wait. He didn't do it the first time then?
No.
Oh.
That's, yeah.
So what was the first visit? Start from the start. Lads above, when he's telling a story, you always get the punchline first, then the question after.
Start in the middle, work back, then go forward.
Jesus. Go on.
The first one was talking about, talking about, like, the first thing he said to me was pros and cons. Write down your 3 pros and your 3 cons of your events. So I wrote down 3 events that I'm good at, 3 events that I'm not so good at.
Are you giving out this information here now?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. Go on.
And then he was like, you need to write down 3 pros and cons of your emotions stuff.
Oh, how you think about the whole thing, like.
No, like for
your
yourself.
Mindset.
Yeah. So like, my pros were like humor. I actually didn't know what to write, and he was like, write down 3 pros and cons, and I was like,
humble.
I was like, I don't know what to write. He goes, write down anything. I was like,
I like my feet.
I have great hair. If only I could grow it. And I was like, I don't know what to write down. And he's like, well, write anything. And I said, I'm about 3 seconds away from drawing a dick. I said, I do not know.
I know a game, actually.
Have you ever played Dick or G? So he was like,
you'll do that in your 3rd date.
So he was like, write down. And I was like, you have to give me something. I said, I don't know what to write down. He's like, okay, I'll help you, because he can read people, apparently.
Okay.
So he says, your pros are you're egocentric.
Yes, correct.
I had to Google that one. I may be a bit egocentric, but he says
you need to be.
Well, yeah, for any sports person, you need to be.
Yeah.
So then he says, but that can be a con unless it's...
You use it constructively.
Unless it's with humility. Humility.
Oh, yeah.
Not
Okay.
humility, because...
No, you're going to South Carolina for the humidity, but you're bringing humility.
I was like, so I'm egocentric and hot?
That's what you're telling me is.
Well, I didn't notice.
10 out of 10.
So I can be hot and humid.
Right. So you were egocentric.
Humility.
Humble.
And, no, not humble, humour. He said humour can be great.
Humility is not humour.
I know that. 3 things.
Oh, we've
Why did
counted
the German
the 3.
thing? Do you remember that in that film?
Which?
God, really going off here. That film,
Oh, you asked someone to hold up
Inglorious
3.
Bastards.
Oh, yeah. That was a great movie.
And do you remember he gave himself away? He says, "Can we get 3 drinks?" And instead of going like, he went like this. And
He did that.
And your man copped him.
Is that a thing?
Germans go like that. Give me 3 drinks. And he went, "Can I get 3 drinks?" And your man went.
Oh, I haven't seen it in a
You're
long
not
time. I
German.
forget.
Anyway.
Anyway, there we go. So
3 things.
The 3
Egocentric, humility,
and humor.
humor.
Right. What are the cons? Are you not saying? Because they could
I
be
think that's what they were.
used against you.
No, it wasn't humor actually. Sorry.
So memory didn't also make the list.
So memory was con. Egocentric, humility, and intelligence.
Really?
Why are you shocked?
No, he's annoyingly intelligent, actually. Okay, so wait, so humor didn't make the list.
Humor. It made the list somewhere. I can't remember where. Maybe it was something else we talked about. So anyway, my cons were, I'll say them anyway, because I don't care what you think.
Because he's working on
Because
them.
I'm egocentric.
Yeah.
I actually can't remember them.
That would be the egocentric part of you. I have no cons.
Self-doubt.
Okay.
Insecure.
Really?
I know, yeah. What was the third one? I can never remember the third one.
Memory.
Memory. You've no memory. So that was it.
Okay.
That was kind of last week. Everything we kind of worked on, and he makes you close your eyes and go like this, and you have to relax, and you have to.
I hate that. I hate anyone telling me to close my eyes.
Yeah,
they
I couldn't
attack
do it.
you.
I was like,
You know how often that happens.
he was like, Pat, Pat, your eyes are open again. I was like, I know, I was just testing.
I just need to know where you are in the room. Have you
Okay.
ever seen a horror movie?
Ever.
Ever in your life?
So he was like, close your eyes, and I was like, all of them. I was like, yeah.
All 2 of them.
And then he made me feel myself of.
Fill yourself.
Remove the self-doubt, basically. He's like, you're so confident and you're so egocentric and you're so... And he said, you need to remove all this stuff. And he makes you see colours, and he makes you fill your body with the colours. The colours are attached to emotions like...
So
happy.
it's learning by association.
So then you do a wall test.
That's good, actually. Abstract, because then you're not thinking about the thing you should be thinking about, kind of. You're thinking about the colour, and without you even trying, it's there. So I get that. Okay, so you're up against a wall.
So you're up against a wall, and he was
Bang,
like,
bang.
falling back and out. And he was like, no, you need to let it happen. I said, I just did. So he says, close your eyes, relax. And you're like, relax like this. And you fall up against the wall and do that for a couple minutes. And it wasn't really working because I was too... He said, you need to let go of control. I was like, so you can rape me?
Oh my God. We can edit that
I
bit
see
out.
those fingers.
Oh, I just thought of a funny TikTok. Your man's prostate exam. Anyway, go on.
Oh yeah, I saw it. He puts his hands on his shoulders.
No, he's using his fingers are up against the lens, right? And he's like, look, it's no need to be scared. And you can see his finger going in, right? That's it. It's just very soft. Okay. Oh my God, I thought I was going to choke.
I was on about the other TikTok, and he's doing it, and your man's like this. Have you started? And he goes, he's both his hands in up on his shoulders. I've started.
Anyway, back to the wall.
Oh yeah, so I did that and just talking, and it's a very annoying start to it because...
How many times did you fall and get it wrong?
9 times out of 10.
You were like, if you knew me in real life and how many times I fall and trip.
And that was that session then.
Right,
So
so
then
the
I went
second
back,
one then the other day.
God, you were so tired after it. I was exhausted. I was sort of yawning into his face. I was like, I'm sorry, you're not boring. Really? And the second session was, I went back and I was telling someone about it, and they're like, so he didn't go 3 to 1. So I am back to
I don't know, does anyone do that? Like, is that just for TV? It has to be...
No, it works.
Oh, okay, go on. No, I mean the 3, 2, 1 click thing.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, he said to me that I'm very self-aware. extremely to the extreme highest level of a person can be self-aware, and that's where I am. And he said he needs to be more self-aware, and he's been practicing for the last 20 years to be more self-aware. And he says, I'm not even at the halfway mark of where you are.
How did he know you were self-aware?
Because he can read people, and he watches for things, and he gives you these constant tests, even though you don't know their tests or questions.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
And constant tests. Excuse me. And
I suppose that's probably a measure of how philosophical you can be about something.
Yeah.
Correcto. Go on.
What was I saying?
About, I forget. So obviously memory's my con as well. That's a family thing.
That was a test. You weren't listening to me.
Yeah, failed. That was the second one, did you say?
Oh yeah, self-aware.
Yeah.
So I said I'm extremely self-aware. He said that I was extremely intelligent, that I'm fooling no one. He says, I see the way you're oozing charm. And you pretend
I'm glad you said charm there.
And you pretend to be playful, but you were intact. And I was like, no, you passed my test.
Right, okay.
So the second session then was, and I went in, I was like, I have a question. I said, why didn't you just cut all the bullshit and go 3, 2, 1, you're Ukrainian? And he was like, it wouldn't work on you.
Oh.
Because your self-awareness is too high and everything else, and your intelligence. He said it'd be really hard to get you
under.
He says, I don't think it would work. He says, no point even trying. And I was like,
he sounds like he knows what he's doing.
Fuck it, I wanted that. I wanted the easy route. So I says, I have to talk you around it.
Okay, yeah.
It's not going well.
Do you know, like one of those horses, you're trying to get him into a horse box, and they're like, if you think I'm getting into that box.
And then you're like, is that a treat?
Exactly. A really self-aware horse.
So then
remember that? Look at my eyes, look at my eyes.
It's around the eyes, in the eyes. So then the second session was, he says, name 3 things, good things about you.
Again, you have to come up with another 3.
Oh, and I was like, for fuck's sake, this is already...
I'm actually starting to dislike myself now. Go on, what other 3 did you come up with?
So I said intelligence, confidence, determination. And then he makes you close your eyes and he makes you see them.
As colours?
See them first, you close your eyes, you find your intelligence. It took me about 3 seconds to find it.
Do you have to look at a word that's like on a white background and written in black, old typewriter font?
No. So you see it in your head and then it says what colour is it, and then you can say what colour it is.
What colour is it? Yellow.
White.
Oh.
And then I saw, he says...
I love the way we finish each other's sandwiches. Go on, so what was the other one?
Then it says find determination. Where is determination? So close my eyes.
And I was determined to find it.
And I was like, oh, there it is. He goes, what colour is it? And I said,
I was going to say green that time.
Fuck it, I should
Purple.
have said. And then he says, okay, close your eyes and find confidence. And I was like,
blue.
Where is confidence? I ain't seen it around here. So it took me like a minute to find it.
Right.
And then he says, what colour is it? And I was like, can't really see. And
red.
It took me a minute and it was blue.
Was blue. I got it right.
And then he says, so you can see what your issue is.
White, green and blue.
Your issue is your confidence. Because it took me so long to find it. It took me so long to put a colour to it. Whereas the intelligence and determination, like bing, bing.
Oh, wow. That's a really interesting...
I tried it with Lena yesterday.
Well, how did that go? If Lena was a colour, she'd be bright, shiny yellow and bright pink. She's such a lovely person. And she's great fun to be around. I'm her number 1 fan.
So much fun.
She is. And you know what? There's only so many people be able for your humour. And she's well able.
Everyone, because it's so funny.
Uh-huh.
Made you laugh.
Must always be funny from your angle. Go on anyway. How did Lena get on?
And I won't give out her deets, but I know what it was, and the exact same thing happened to her.
What?
So I made her say 3 things.
Okay, right, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I knew what the thing was that she wasn't. And again, it took her ages to find it.
Oh, I get you. Right.
So it's like, that really works.
Interesting.
Do you know the way everyone says I've got ADHD badly?
Yes. So memory loss, ADHD.
I was like, ooh, you're a fucking trip to be around. So he says, yeah, you don't have ADHD.
Really?
I was like,
well, then what's wrong with me?
Like, what? He's like, yeah, you're too able to focus. Your ability to focus is really good.
But a lot of ADHD people can hyperfocus.
Yeah, see, I think he was talking a bit of shite there. I says, well, what's wrong with me then? He says,
I'll tell you what's wrong
with you. So he
you.
goes like this. You're retarded.
You can't use that word. Go on anyway.
So I said, he says, then it doesn't matter. And I was like, you're going to leave me on that? He goes, it doesn't matter. Why would you focus?
I know. I'll tell you on our third visit. Clever. Yeah. That was good.
Today's word is
business.
R.
So go on. Did he say what he was?
Fifth visit, E. The sixth one, T. I know where this is going.
Return
I'm a
on
radiator.
a sixth visit.
I'm a radiator.
Go on. What was it?
He wouldn't tell me. I was like, you're going to leave me in red. Thank you.
So you do have to go back to the next visit to find out.
No, I'm not going.
But like if it's... Well, do you know what? So when are you leaving? On your cheap flight?
No. Saturday. He wants to do a Zoom call Friday, but I'm not doing it.
Why?
Because I'm not.
Did he say one of your cons was... I won't!
I won't fucking do it.
I won't.
One of the things he said was... oh yeah, he wants me to use that with my session yesterday, and I did, and I probably had the worst session ever.
Well, it's probably...
I was going to text him, I was so annoyed.
like,
I was like,
hey, you think you're great.
Fucking fake hypnotist. This did not work.
Maybe it's probably not good to change your training like days before a competition. Maybe this is like months leading up to a competition. Like he said, use this technique and you immediately think you can do it 100% well and right. Yeah. Like it takes no practice at all. I think we found our problem.
It's him. So, I'm not doing it again.
Well, no, just don't do it days before this competition. What's the next one after this one?
Competition?
Yeah.
I'm not doing one.
You say that now.
No, I'm not.
Sure.
I'm taking time off because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of all you. I'm not doing competition for a long time. I'll probably take the rest of the year off. I'm sick of it.
That is a long time. What are you going to fill your days with?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
So much stupid stuff to do.
A podcast.
Could.
A podcast.
If you're still
I
watching.
think loads of people would like to listen to us talk absolute rot.
If you're still this far, write in the comments what you think I should do. But I'm not competing anymore this year.
Bit of modelling.
I could.
Blue steel. Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't come up with an idea yet. I'll tell you what I'm not doing. A 9 to 5. During my last job, I was a truck driver, and he was like, "Pat, we need you here at 7 o'clock every morning."
Yeah, you know the way everybody else uses time to frame their work day. Patrick used his feelings. I don't feel like being there when everybody else is. I'll just rock on when I feel like it. Now, there's your argument for ADHD. You could do very quickly. Now, that involves fast driving, but the point I'm making is you could do it faster and get it done.
Yeah, which I was doing.
Exactly.
So that was my point against him. He's like, "Pat, we need you here at 7." And I was like, "No.
You don't."
I'm going to be here at 9, and that's it. And he goes,
"See you then."
"Pat, seriously now, 9 o'clock, in here, load the truck and get out." I was like, "Okay." And I'm not joking you. The following day, I didn't do it on purpose. Oh, maybe I did. Self-sabotage.
Self-sabotage?
Self-sabotage. That was my con.
Yes.
Self-sabotage.
We talked about that last week, I'm sure.
Because he said it to me. He thinks I broke my toe on purpose.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Forgot about that bit.
Oops.
And the following day, I was in at like 10:30. Slept in through my alarm clock, and I was like,
it's 9 o'clock somewhere.
I know I had that conversation yesterday, But I'm like tired.
God, you must be the most difficult employee.
But I still got my workload done.
Joe, you'd be really good at.
My work thing was to empty the truck.
Yeah.
Everything that's on it. And come back with it filled with collections. And I used to do that every day, easily. Plus nap for an hour in between.
But like if you get the amount of work done in whatever amount of time, that should dictate your day.
No, because he wanted more. Because, if pack him in
if you can do more, then you can handle more. That's such a toxic, capitalistic...
That's exactly why
taking advantage of someone.
So I was like, no, I'm not coming in. And I never did come in at 7, ever.
Yeah, you're right.
Because why should I? Because I'm a better worker. No.
Didn't Henry Ford design the workday? 8 hours sleep, 8 hours work, and 8 hours, at home doing stuff. And 5 days a week, and you get 2 days off. I vote no. I think the 4-day work week is a fantastic idea.
I wouldn't thank you for it.
A 4-day work week?
I wouldn't thank you for any work week.
Well, you're not designed for working. You're just designed for existing and taking the piss out of people and lifting heavy things.
That's it.
I'm being self-aware. But
and self-sabotaging.
And self-sabotaging. So, if anyone has any ideas about what you could do with that personality for the next 9 months. Oh, look, is your beard a little bit... lift up your head there again.
Well, I can't see there, so it's kind
of... you can watch it back. Might catch on. Never know.
So I think that's... We fly out to World Strongest on Saturday. I can't wait to start getting in people's heads and stirring the pot a little bit.
I can't wait to see the behind the scenes, who's getting on with who and who's not getting on with who.
I think who's not getting on is Paul Smith and Mitchell Hooper.
Aren't getting on?
Well.
Where's Paul from?
Imagination Land. Do you remember that episode of South Park?
No.
I don't know. England.
Actual England. I mean, as opposed to, the way, I think he's English, but he could be Welsh, or he could,
No.
It's Scottish. Okay, no, he's English. Okay. What part of England?
I don't know.
All right, okay. And Mitch is
Canadian.
Okay, I do know something sometimes. Anyway, so why have they a beef?
Mitch kind of has this thing where he says what's on his mind. Do you know the way we've this...
A bit like you.
Some people have this filter. I was like, I better not say that. Mitch's filter...
It has holes in it.
It's like this. I'm going to say this.
It's like a sieve.
So he just kind of says what's on his mind, which is right too.
Not so bad.
It's a good thing, but...
What did he
Sometimes you should probably pop a cap in it. So he said Paul Smith is... squeezing out the maximum amount of juice. I'm not sure what that means. And that he looks like your mailman. He looks awful for a professional strongman.
But what does that mean? He looks like a mailman. What's wrong with mailmen? Male persons.
Mailman.
But what's wrong with them? That he's just very average looking? Or?
Yeah, he's just average looking. He doesn't look like a strongman. He just looks like your day-to-day fella.
But surely that doesn't come into it.
He was taking a dig. It doesn't matter.
Oh, the games have begun. The mind games. Oh, okay. So Paul's going to be fuck Paul you and do really well.
A couple of cracks at him as well.
Okay, what did he throw back?
A couple of weeks ago, Mitchell Hooper came out with this. Do you want to make... He does the thing with his eyebrows always. Do you want to make 500,000 overnight as a PT? I think he was trying to hypnotize people. Look into my eyes. Would you like to make 500,000?
No, but I'd like your eyebrows to stop moving.
They look like two caterpillars. Caterpillars. They look like two caterpillars fighting.
Oh my God. And a caterpillar, everyone knows, turns into a flutterby. Oh my God.
I'm not going to get into that one for a while.
Never ever.
Fuck's sake. Caterpillars. Why would I even come up? Caterpillars.
Wow, they sound like if you stood in them, you'd get a really bad sting. They're poisonous. You don't want to get bitten by a caterpillar. Oh my God.
Caterpillar.
Okay, whew. So anyway, there we were. So who was doing the eyebrows? Oh yeah, what did Paul say to Mitch about his eyebrows?
He said they look like paterkillers.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, Paul just took the piss. God, this is gone now because of that joke. Paul just took the piss out of Mitchell after that.
Cool story, bro.
The paterkillers killed it. That's what they do.
See? Paterkillers. You just can't trust them.
Once they bite.
Like everybody in the insect world knows. Paterkillers. Nope. Not today.
God damn it.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that was hilarious.
That's all for this week, folks.
Yeah.
If you have any...
I'm definitely coming back for more next week.
If you have any ideas for me to do for the next 9 months, please let me know in the comment section.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Make it good.
Fucking paterkillers.
That was hilarious. And do you know what's worse? We won't let you forget about it at home. I can't wait till Daddy sees that one. Do you a paterkiller? Actually, do you know who would be worse? Sean and Liam.
Or the comment section.
Probably. Ta-ta.